I've coached Michael Jordan, I coached Isaiah, I coached Dominique Wilkins. I mean, and then with the Dream Team, we had all of them.
Right.
She's of that caliber in the women's game, which is of the highest quality. I love the women's game. What's your approach when you're coaching greatness like that?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, just talking basketball, right? Just having general basketball conversations about what she's watching, what she likes, what are some of the things that what are some of her thoughts from, not just what the Indiana Fever have done, but from the game of basketball in general. I started watching Caitlyn Clark when she was in the 8th grade when I was at Vanderbilt. And then I called a lot of her games in college when she was at Iowa. And so I've really watched her continue to learn and grow, and I have great relationships with her college coaches and had multiple conversations with them throughout the course of her career about what the next steps would be, right? And what the next level would be. And she's hungry to grow and hungry to get better.
Stephanie White has sent shockwaves through the basketball world with her recent revelations about Caitlyn Clark. White's insights not only highlight the brilliance of Clark's game, but also shed light on the intricate dynamics shaping her ongoing transformation of women's basketball. From her jaw-dropping three-point shooting to her unmatched court vision, Caitlyn Clark is redefining what's possible on the hardwood. However, White's comments haven't just fueled admiration, they've also sparked debates about Clark's gameplay, mental toughness, and her polarizing presence on the court.
She said, if I had transferred earlier in my career, I wouldn't be having the time of my life right now. Holy smoke!
The stakes have never been higher as Stephanie White delves into the intricacies of Caitlyn Clark's play style. The question isn't just whether Clark is a once-in-a-generation talent, it's whether she's already redefining the future of basketball itself. With every electrifying play and game-changing moment, Clark challenges opponents, analysts, and fans to rethink what true greatness means. Are you ready for the most captivating and controversial breakdown of Caitlyn Clark's game yet? Get ready, because this is going to be a thrilling ride. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis, breaking news, and behind-the-scenes stories from the world of basketball.
We contextualize what this year has been for her and, candidly, for women's basketball as we know it.
Look, she came into the WNBA with great expectations. We witnessed her become the most impactful player that we've seen in a generation. And it's a combination of both on and off the court. Off the court, attendance, viewership. On the court, her prolific scoring and also assists. Guess what? At the end of her rookie campaign, we can say the same damn thing, y'all, about what she has accomplished. It's amazing. She averaged 19 and 8 as a rookie. I averaged 12, I think, as a rookie of the year. That is not an easy feat in the WNBA. Post All-Star break, she averaged 23, 9, and 5. That break was great for her. More importantly, she continued to make history. Single season assist record, that's hers. Only rookie to have a triple-double. She has 2. It's wild, but most importantly, this is a number that blows my mind. I believe by the end of the year, she generated the most points in the WNBA.
Just a scorer, she's a maestro, orchestrating every offensive play with precision. Stephanie White praises Clark's unparalleled ability to read the game, describing her court awareness as extraordinary. Clark doesn't merely see the game. She processes it in real time, spotting openings and creating opportunities for her teammates that most players wouldn't even consider. From no-look passes to cutting teammates to perfectly timed lobs over the defense, Clark's vision is the foundation of her dominance. White reveals that this ability to control the game is rooted in Clark's exceptional basketball IQ. She's not just playing for herself, she's creating opportunities for her entire team. According to White, Clark's mastery of spacing and timing forces defenses to collapse on her, leaving her teammates wide open for easy buckets. It's not just about execution, it's about strategy. and Clark is always one step ahead.
Going to the line to shoot two will be number 22, Caitlyn Clark for the Hawks.
But here's the twist. White believes that Clark's court vision isn't just about her physical abilities. It's her mental sharpness, her deep study of the game, and her relentless drive to outthink her opponents that truly elevate her. As White put it, Caitlyn Clark sees plays before they even happen, and that's what makes her so deadly on the court.
She's only shooting 67% from three.
Clark on a step back, buries a three. Her international duties with Germany also suffered an injury. This is just her 14th game and part of the challenge that Dallas has had all year. Clark catch and shoot and knocks down.
Players in basketball history have weaponized the three-point shot quite like Caitlyn Clark. Stephanie White emphasizes that Clark's deep-range shooting isn't just a skill, it's a statement. From beyond the arc, Clark has the ability to stretch defenses, dismantle zones, and shift momentum in an instant. Opponents know it's coming, but stopping it? That's a whole different story. White highlights Clark's flawless shooting mechanics, lightning-quick release, and unmatched ability to create her own shots as true game changers. She doesn't need much space, White explained. Defenders can't afford to relax for even a second because Clark will pull up from 30 feet without hesitation. But it's not just about the points Clark scores, it's about the psychological toll she takes on her opponents. Her shooting forces teams to rethink their defensive strategies entirely.
Want to participate in the three-point contest?
Yeah, honestly, I think just rest. I've been playing basketball for a year straight. It's not an easy thing to just show up to and shoot off of a rack. It's not something I've ever done before. It's not something I've had a lot of time to practice. I've been focusing on helping my team win games. So I think just, enjoying this break. I think there's going to be plenty of opportunities for me to do that at some point. But at the same time, the field of shooters that we have in the competition are really good. They're all near 40% shooters. So I'm excited for them. I'll be there supporting them, and it'll be fun. But yeah, I think the biggest thing of us for me is just
Real surprise, however, is Clark's unwavering consistency under pressure. Stephanie White pointed out that Clark thrives in high-stakes moments, sinking deep threes when her team needs them most. Whether it's a buzzer beater or a dagger to close out the game, Clark's range has become a weapon that forces defenses to completely rethink how they prepare for her.
Last November, and the game didn't need saving. I don't know who came up with Caitlyn was a savior. That's not true. But what the game needed was a disruption in the economic marketplace, and that's what we're seeing here, and that's why
Clark isn't just a physical powerhouse. She's a mental giant. Stephanie White highlighted that Clark's mental toughness is what truly sets her apart from other players. Whether it's facing a hostile crowd, battling a double team, or taking a last-second shot, Clark remains laser-focused and unshaken by the moment. It's like she feeds off the challenge. Clark's mental resilience has been on full display during some of her most iconic performances. From sinking impossible shots to silencing trash talkers with her play, she has repeatedly proven that she's built for the biggest stages. White even shared a revealing anecdote. We tried to rattle her. We threw everything we had at her, and she just kept coming.
Today you were the first WNBA rookie to record a triple-double in the burst in Fever franchise history. So with all the rookies that have come before you and players, what does this mean to you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Honestly, I feel like we played a really good game, and you don't get it without your teammates finishing baskets for you. So it's pretty cool. And obviously, this franchise has had a lot of really great players. So to be a part of that and to come here was, a perfect place for me. So I'm just very lucky and fortunate.
Not just about rising to the occasion, It's about resilience. Stephanie White revealed that Clark's ability to bounce back from mistakes or tough games is, White explained. She learns from them and comes back even stronger.
So how they played as a pick and roll duo.
I think first and foremost, they're both incredibly competitive players, and there's a fire and a mentality that you can't teach when it comes to competitive spirit, and when it comes to being a great teammate, and when it comes to lifting those up around you, and watching both of them grow into not just the players that they are, but grow into the spotlight that they have, how they lead, how they make their teammates better, how they lift one another up, how they've handled.
Stephanie White's analysis of Caitlyn Clark paints the picture of a player who is equally lethal as a scorer and a facilitator. Clark doesn't just light up the scoreboard, she elevates her teammates, leading the nation in assists, while dominating as a scorer is proof of her ability to balance both roles seamlessly. Clark's dual-threat nature puts defenses in impossible situations. Focus too much on stopping her scoring and she'll rack up 10 assists. Play her straight up and she'll drop 40 points without breaking a sweat. As White put it, there's no right way to guard her. She can hurt you in so many ways. What makes Clark's dual-threat ability even more remarkable is her unselfishness. Despite her superstar status, she doesn't hog the spotlight. She's constantly finding ways to involve her teammates and elevate their play. As White noted, Caitlyn Clark isn't just great for herself, she's great for the entire team. Clark's basketball IQ adds another layer to her dominance. Stephanie White describes it as a game within the game, a dimension that sets her apart. Her understanding of spacing, timing, and defensive schemes allows her to create opportunities that most players wouldn't even notice. She's not just reacting to what's in front of her, White explained. She's anticipating moves, several steps ahead. A chess master in a sport often played like checkers. Whether it's a quick pass to a cutting teammate or a perfectly timed pull-up from deep, Clark's decision-making is flawless and instinctual. White also highlighted Clark's work ethic and cerebral approach to the game. She doesn't rely solely on athleticism. She's a student of the game. Hours of film study, combined with her natural ability to read the floor, make her one of the most intelligent players on the court. Clark's ability to exploit mismatches, identify defensive weaknesses, and dictate the game's tempo is unprecedented. For someone her age, it's no surprise she's already drawing comparisons to some of the greatest minds in basketball. As White puts it, she's got the kind of basketball brain that makes you wonder if she's playing the same game as everyone else. This high basketball IQ has a ripple effect on her team. By understanding her teammates' tendencies, Clark puts them in positions where they can thrive. This awareness doesn't just elevate her game, it raises the ceiling for her entire team. White emphasized that this mental edge, when paired with Clark's physical talent, is an almost unstoppable combination.
The Indiana Fever recently made an important announcement regarding a significant change in their leadership. Stephanie White, a highly respected figure in the basketball world, is returning to the team as the head coach.
Caitlyn Clark isn't just a phenom on the court. She's a transformative figure for the future of the WNBA. Stephanie White highlights how Clark's electrifying style of play is revolutionizing the conversation around women's basketball, drawing unprecedented attention to the sport. From her deep three-point shots to her jaw-dropping assists, Clark's game is made for highlight reels, and that's exactly what the WNBA needs to attract new audiences. But her marketability goes beyond her skill set. Clark embodies a new generation of athletes who are as impactful off the court as they are on it. Her social media presence, charisma, and ability to connect with fans have already made her a household name, even before stepping foot in the WNBA. White notes that Clark's ability to bridge the gap between pop culture and sports has elevated the league's visibility, attracting fans who might not have otherwise paid attention to women's basketball. She's not just moving the needle, White says. She's redefining where it's placed. But it's not just about the spotlight. Clark's presence is raising the level of competition across the board. Opponents are forced to elevate their game just to keep up with her, creating a ripple effect that's improving the overall quality of the league. Stephanie White believes that Clark's arrival marks the beginning of a new era for the WNBA, one that's faster, more dynamic, and more exciting than ever before.
For the secure defensive boards, LSU, an outstanding offensive rebounding team. Clark connects!
Confident in her mid-range.
And I think Iowa is okay giving up the mid-range.
Here's Clark driving in for two.
Stephanie White's relationship with Caitlyn Clark goes beyond mere analysis. It's a mentorship built on mutual respect and a shared passion for the game. White's wealth of experience as a player, coach, and broadcaster offers her a unique perspective, one she's eager to share with Clark. I didn't have the same level of global attention she does, White admits, but I've been through enough to help her navigate the challenges that come with being a generational talent. White's mentorship focuses on both the mental and physical aspects of the game. She's guiding Clark through the pressures of stardom, from managing expectations to handling criticism. More importantly, White is pushing Clark to step outside her comfort zone and continue evolving as a player. White firmly believes that Clark's journey is just beginning, and her willingness to learn and adapt will be the key to unlocking her full potential.
Coach Stephanie White of the Connecticut Sun. Coach, great to see you.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
All right, so first of all, your thoughts, Steph, on Clark landing this historic endorsement deal with Wilson. I mean, I'm old enough to remember famous women athletes telling me, oh, if we could only get endorsed like the men do.
It's exciting. You know, it's an exciting time. The movement is continuing, and, you know, certainly there were comments and challenges regarding the options to go pro or stay in college because of NIL. And I think that Caitlyn Clark and the many athletes that are coming into the WNBA are showing that these endorsement deals will follow great players and great ambassadors.
Oh, yeah.